Hey home chefs! Today you're going to learn how to make homemade pasta from scratch just using 4 ingredients that you probably already have in your kitchen. This is a homemade pasta tutorial with step-by-step instructions on how to make fettuccine, but you could use it to make spaghetti or linguine or even just make some homemade pasta sheets for lasagna. So hey, it's Jenna here, and me and my chef husband, Patrick, are going to take you in the kitchen to make a really easy homemade pasta recipe. It first starts with some flour. You need to make a well, which is basically like a little hole in the middle of the flour, and that's going to catch the scrambled or actually whisked eggs. And then you add in some salt and olive oil, and you gently mix it all together, incorporating some of the edges where the flour is until it's all incorporated. And it's actually really fun. It looks pretty beautiful. But once it's all integrated, you can start using your hands to shape the pasta dough. And this is a really fun process, but it really comes together in, about 15 minutes. So after the first 5 minutes of just incorporating it all, it takes about 5 or 10 minutes for you to knead the dough. So you're going to use the back of your hand. You're going to be folding in the corners just like you see here and working that dough. And if there's any extra flour, now is the time to try to incorporate it, but you actually might not use it all. If it doesn't pick it up, you don't need it. So then the dough has to rest for about half an hour, but you could also put it in the fridge overnight. This step, you just want to make sure that there's plastic wrap on it so it doesn't dry out too much. Then it's time to set up your pasta cutter and pasta roller machine. So you could use a KitchenAid pasta roller, but here I'm going to show you with the help of, you see my husband here, those are man hands. You're going to see how to put it all together. So you want to make sure that you flour these discs that you're cutting out from that ball of pasta dough. So the handmade pasta dough goes through, and the first time it goes through at the thickest setting. And it's not that pretty usually the first time, but as you go, you can fold it in half and then fold in the edges of the sheet of pasta. And then you can pass it through the pasta roller portion of this machine again and just keep reducing the settings. So you just keep going down a notch or two, which you see that knob on the side is what you turn. So as you go down, the sheet will get thinner and thinner, and you want it to get to about the setting number 2 or 3 on this hand roller machine, the hand crank pasta maker. And then it's time, once it's about paper thin pasta, it's time to put it through the cutting part of the machine. So here on the machine, it just attaches with the, same setting, same side. You just add it onto the roller, and here are those beautiful pasta sheets. So doesn't that look so good? Ooh, I almost want to eat it right here in this picture, but it only takes a couple minutes to boil. So I'm going to show you how we turn this into a delicious pasta dinner. But before I do that, let me just show you. What you do is you make little nests, little clumps. Each sheet you just put off to the side, and you can dry it overnight in the refrigerator by just wrapping it in saran wrap and putting it in the fridge overnight. Or you can set it out for a little bit, or you could just cook the homemade pasta immediately. So here you see the pasta nest drying on a cutting board. You could also use a sheet pan tray, and here it's going in the fridge for overnight, and that saran wrap is going to help it just not dry out. So to cook the pasta, it actually cooks a lot faster when you're working with homemade pasta dough than if you're using with store-bought pasta. So it just takes a couple minutes in really hot boiling, well, obviously boiling water is hot. And then you can add sauce. We added some pesto here, so that all went together really quickly. I mean, we had this on the table in like 5 to 10 minutes, including taking these photos, which is really good for me because usually my family eats a lot of cold food. So we put it together in this platter. There was grilled chicken. Oh, it was so delicious. Have you ever thought about making your own homemade pizza dough? It's really simple to do, and you only need a handful of ingredients. At sipbitego.com and on the sipbitego YouTube channel, you can check out my step-by-step tutorial for how to make the best homemade pizza dough recipe for beginners. It's completely foolproof, and it'll have you making delicious pies at home in no time. And if you want to get creative with the toppings, make sure to visit sipbitego.com because I have so many pizza recipes for you there. And if you want to cook really delicious food, make sure to subscribe to the Sip Bite Go channel on YouTube to be the first to know when my new recipes are available. Well, I hope that you have all the kitchen confidence you need to make your own homemade pasta with machine or with the KitchenAid, or you could actually even make the dough right in the food processor. Well, until next time, I hope that you have a wonderful and delicious day, and don't forget to check out another Sip Bite Go YouTube video. Cheers!